Grace and peace again. This is Brother Isaiah from Tuesday 7 Adventist from Trinidad and Tobago. And we are just continuing by the grace of God, right, with simple questions for fallen religious bodies, right, to ask themselves so it is that they could judge themselves if it is that they actually have genuine morality or if it is just a bunch of fakers or hypocrites who are moralless or immoral or void of morals, or simple questions for atheistical bodies of religious groups and atheists to ask themselves to see if it is that actually have genuine morality or if it is that a bunch of fakers, hypocrites, and righteousness by work fanatics who need exalt reason as God, which is immorality, which is against God and Christ, because a fool saith in his heart there is no God, and with that he becomes corrupt. Corrupt are they. So the traits that they would have would be traits of corruption, immorality. Any form of wicked works that you could think about, that is what our atheists would practice. Bestiality, sodomy, homosexuality, man worship, God worship, meaning man worship or God worship, or man reason and physical fleshly mind worship as God, as we see in communistic governments where dictators, where it is you see the dictator outlaw religion or ban religion, right, and legislate his policies, and within all the different countries, like in Arabia with Sharia law, in communist China, Korea, Germany, and different countries that do not have pro-rights and pro-freedoms or republican form of government that exalts religious liberty. Okay? And even religious countries, atheistical religious countries like Bhutan and Thailand with Buddhist ideologies and concepts and philosophies governing the constitution that is anti other religion, causing intolerance towards other religion, and insults and defamation, all kind of different things will be going on in those countries. Okay, so that is not morality. That is just scientific talking, doing scientific things to deceive people with a scientific operation and functions to please them, to suit them, to introduce your bad behavior while it is a moving ethical. So the aim is really to get people to accept your immorality as morality. So the question would be if it is your morality is genuine morality, or if it is just fake or superficial or penitentiary. Okay? So that's why it is that we asking these questions. Okay? So now it is I will start off with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity of life, health, and strength. Thank you for being loving nature. Thank you for being God alone. Thank you for guiding and protecting each one of us. Thank you for being with each one of us, showing us how to live properly by the graces of God. Amen and amen. Well, the reason why it is that I explain all those different things is for us to get a nutshell as to what it is that I'm actually talking about. If I do not do that, you all would all be lost in what it is that I'm trying to bring across. So I have to do it by the grace of God. It is imperative that I do that, and important, is of great import. And by the grace of God, it was brought out properly by the grace of God, so it can be comprehended as to what it is that I am saying, so you all would not be lost in what it is that I am saying. So we are going to Deuteronomy chapter 5, verses 6, where morality eternally came from, and morality is eternal. We know that. The law is forever and ever, thy precepts is forever and ever, thy righteousness is forever and ever, the righteousness of the testimony is forever and ever. We see that over and over, again and again and again. The law is eternal. The law is a law of truth. His righteousness is everlasting righteousness. And truth is righteousness, because whosoever show you truth, show for the righteousness of God. Right? That is the good behaviors of God, and that is the nature of God. God is God, God is glory, God is will, God is life, God is creator, God is savior, God is eternal, God is grace, God is truth, God is righteousness. That is the nature of God, and within the nature of God, you see the good behaviors of God. So let us see the good behaviors of God. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verses 6. Okay, verse 7. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So in other words, right, all this would mean is that we are not supposed to have any other idea or concept that exalt a creation on the same level with God. Or you're trying to scale God in your mind with some stick, stone, yourself, or your idea, or your materialistic values, or etc. Whatever it is that you want pushing out God out of your heart. God say, no, 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 you cannot do that. Okay? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So this is evidently true. Okay? Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Okay? So no matter creation or no reasoning or rational or philosophical reasoning as God, or any creation as God, will be to be exalted on the same level with God. You can't be scaling God with creation. That is deception. Okay? A lying tongue is an abomination. Right? He that speaketh truth showeth forth the righteousness of God, but a false witness is deceit. That is a stink, dirty, lying tongue. Okay? So, thou shalt not take the Lord thy God in vain. In other words, Jesus Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And grace and truth came to Jesus Christ. You're supposed to accept Jesus Christ. You're not supposed to reject or slap the hand of God and say God doesn't exist, or that is not really what it is that you're saying. And that is a lie. And you're saying, you're really actually saying you just don't want God to intervene in your life because you love your dirty sins, or you just want to say you're saving sin by saying you're not under law, you're under grace, so you do have to keep the law. And you're just saying God's attitude has to change towards you to accept you in your sin. Or it is you just do your own aesthetic works and you damage yourself bodily to discipline yourself not to do wrong. So if you do wrong, you damage your body. You go and fast for 3 days without eating. You go in some cave, scrape up yourself, and a whole set of walking for miles and days, and a whole set of long meditation, and a whole set of different ascetic work to discipline yourself not to sin or to think wrong. But then it is that you trying to restrain your wicked ways, and at the end of the day, your wicked ways would come out. Who are you trying to fool? All our righteousness is as filthy rags. The carnal mind is death, the spiritual mind is life and peace. All have sinned and come short of glorifying God, and that sin is immorality. So even if you want to, even if people say you don't have no sin or anything, you don't have sin or don't have anything like that or wrong or right, we all the real point is you cannot deny that immorality does not exist. So then all are immoral from birth and have come short of glorifying God. So you cannot deny immorality if it is that you're saying that you have morals still. While it is you like sodomy, while it is you like smoking, while it is you like killing, while it is you like stealing, while it is you like lying, while it is you like money, while it is you like to have adultery, while it is you like to do all kind of immoral things. While it is you still say to have morals. That is the law of contradiction. Okay? And all that is rejecting Christ, and that is taking the name of the Lord thy God in vain. You're rejecting Christ, doing all those nonsensical things, or breaking the law. Okay? You're supposed to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Right? You're not supposed to, and that Sabbath experience always falls on the 7th day. Okay? So the 7th day is the creation, but the Sabbath is not the creation. The Sabbath falls on the 7th day. So we will stop here by the grace of God.